Sorry I can't be with you. I'm isolating as well, in fact, and also I'm having troubles with Teams and just getting it working from home. So apologies. So this link will kind of tell you what you need to do next in your essay. So we should, for those of you who've been in, so of course if you haven't been in, you'll need to kind of complete these paragraphs as well. All the resources for genre, narrative and characters have been sent out previously, so you need to go back through your emails. Look for any emails sent by me on a Wednesday and you'll find the resources to complete each of these. For the rest of us, what I really want us to do today is make sure we get the intertextuality paragraph completed. So I went through that on Wednesday's lesson last week, and that resource has been sent out in the email. And really, our final paragraph for this part of the essay is about audience response. It's probably the easiest paragraph you have to do, because this paragraph here is just about the different types of people who may like, kind of like, or dislike the film. So that be Lucy or Super 8, or if you've been brave, a film of your choice. So what you'll need to do is you need to talk about these three different types of audience. So a preferred audience is just the person who would really like the film. Okay, a negotiated audience is the type of person who might like the film but doesn't like parts of it. And of course, an oppositional audience is someone who just doesn't like the film at all. So what we've got here is sort of a pass. This will get you up to merit because you're talking about different audiences, and the distinction part here. So make sure you try and complete all three. I'll go through a little PowerPoint I put together based on Lucy. So if you're studying Super 8, then you might need to come up with your own ideas on that as well. But some of these ideas might apply. So for the past stuff, you need to talk about a preferred audience. So a preferred audience is the type of person who would love this film. So actually for both parts of the film, well, for both films, either Lucy or Super 8, you could say actually the preferred audience is of course sci-fi and action fans, the type of people who are really into science fiction and who are really into sort of the action genre as well. And you could justify that by saying, well, they are the preferred audience because they contain lots of sci-fi elements. So whether it be the time travel or futuristic fight scenes in Lucy, or whether it be sort of the alien conspiracy theories in Super 8. And you could also say, look, action fans would like maybe the car chases. So there are car chase sequences in both films. Lucy and the detective kind of speeding through some European city, dodging in and out of cars. And of course the car chases involving like the school bus in Super 8 and the sort of the car journey they take from, I think his name's Donnie, I think. He gets in his car and there's a bit of a car chase there. And also the fight scenes as well. So you've got the army in Super 8 and sort of the shooting, the sort of the weapons. It appears in both films. So your preferred audience is this: sci-fi and action fans. Dead easy. Your negotiated audience is slightly trickier. That's why it's a merit level. So it's the type of person who might like bits of the film, but not all of it. So actually I might fall into this category here. For Lucy, for example, you could say, look, a negotiated audience might be teenage girls. So they might like the fact that it's a female hero this time, and not just your typical male white American hero. We've actually got a female character here, and not just a female character, but a female hero who's also strong and brave and assertive. When we think of women in film, we tend to think of them as needing rescuing or as falling in love. Actually, Lucy as a character doesn't fall into this at all. You could say for Super 8 that a negotiated audience might be someone my age, so someone between the ages of 30 and 40, who might like the fact that it's a film that references lots of those 1980s films like The Goonies and Stand By Me and even Stranger Things, so an E.T. as well. So I might like that. However, I might not like the fact that the main characters are children, or kids, are sort of young adults, because they don't represent me. In Lucy, teenage girls might like the female hero, but they might not like the sort of violence or abuse that Lucy has right at the beginning of the film. That might put some some sort of teenage girls off. Of course, it's up to you to decide who might like the film and who might not. But this is kind of the information I would go with. For distinction, you need to talk about oppositional audiences. So it's the type of person who would hate the film. So for both of these, I might say, well, older viewers, maybe people who are grandparents, maybe people 60 plus. I mean, they might not like the fact that Lucy contains women acting violently, and they might believe that women should act more womanly. If you kind of think about older people, they're very traditional, they're very conservative, they have a different outlook on the world to what a younger audience would have, and they might believe that women shouldn't act that way because the films they grew up with, women were seen as sort of softer and more passive characters. So Lucy might put them off. The same way with Super 8, older viewers might be put off by the fact that some of the main characters are children, and actually children don't really reflect who they are. And there are not a lot of old people in the film either. The oldest person in Super 8 is probably slightly older than me, probably no more than 45, 50. So actually the fact that it's a film that doesn't have many old people in, or any old people in like those strong positions, those strong characters, might put them off. You could also say in Lucy, for example, that scientists might be an oppositional audience. As we discussed, the science in Lucy is flawed, it's not true. So that might really annoy scientists who watch this, because they'll be sort of shouting at the screen saying this isn't true science, this isn't real science, this is, for want of a better phrase, fake news, if you will. Okay, so when we look at the media, you do need to think about those three different audiences. Who likes the film? Who might like the film? And who are the oppositional audience here? So these are just my ideas. By all means, come up with your own. What's important here is that you don't just say an oppositional audience is scientists. You actually go on to explain why that might be. And also use some examples from the film. I can't stress that enough. Use an example of a particular part or a particular character or a particular scene that they might like or kind of like or dislike. It's really important that you talk about that as well. Right, I'll be on emails from 1 till 3, so if you've got any questions, no matter how stupid it is, and just ping me an email and I'll get back to you within a couple of minutes at the most. Okay, but I look forward to reading your responses. If you just type up this paragraph and then send it to me or send it to yourself, then we can attach that to your essay when you get back to school. And then we're ready to start the last part of this essay and move forward from there. Right, everyone have a nice Christmas if I don't see you.